All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and tonight we are rejoining the party of Heroes Wanted with a new player. He will be playing Eld- Eldrin Highfoot, a half-elf wizard, but we will get to introducing him in a little bit because, as you may recall, there was a moment at the end of last session where Soggy had swam through a secret tunnel and bypassed most of the um, caves, the swamp caves, and so has found himself at the end boss's lair, a young but still very impressive black dragon who stares at Soggy with baleful eyes. He looks at him and roars out in Draconic, "Kill the intruder!" Soggy does not like the sound of that and turns and looks and sees several kobolds all lined up waiting to launch slings as soon as they can get their bearings. They did not expect this kobold to just show up like this. And so they need to get their slings out and deal with everything. He also spots, standing near the dragon, a kobold that is different from the rest of the kobolds. He has on robes and is carrying a staff, and there is a gem implanted in his chest, a black onyx gem that seems to be glowing, and every so often an arc of black electricity zaps between the young black dragon and this kobold.
Oh, this is oh, oh. And Soggy sort of like gives a sort of confused look as he sees this sight, but he's more worried about the fact that he's about to be as stones are going to be thrown at him, and the fact that there's a dragon right in front of him, a black one, no matter of fact.
Yes, when you were expecting a half red crocodile dragon. So basically, I'm awarding you a surprise round. What are you going to do? Are you going to stay here or are you going to try and swim away?
Swim away, of course.
Which direction would you like to go? The tunnel is directly behind you right here.
Yeah, and into the tunnel.
Okay. So Soggy swims back into the tunnel, and I am going to rule that because you had the surprise round, they cannot get to you in time, but you can hear the splashing of kobolds diving in the water after you.
And Soggy sort of like in a panic tone yells to Elwin, Elwin, they coming!
Okay, so as you guys move back into a defensive position, here or here, whichever one you guys choose. And I'm just going to drag you along so you can see for now. Um, I'll get to the introducing you part in a bit.
That's fine.
So you guys want to go here? Do you want to go up the choke point a little bit? Back here maybe a little more?
Uh, I imagine right here. Bec- oh, good point. But what about the pit of spikes? Or
Oh,
is
that's right. Yeah. Well, the log is still there, but oh no, the log isn't because Racillus cracked it. Oh, that's right. Ooh, I don't know, man. You could try to jump it. Like, it is only 10 feet, but 10 feet is a pretty long jump.
yeah? So we would need to be careful, or try to fill it up with like the corpses of the kobold.
Yeah, that might take a while. Uh, yeah, I don't know how you're going to deal with this, but as you guys are standing looking at the pit and not knowing exactly what to do, you see a man dressed in ornate robes carrying a staff come strolling down the path, very confident of himself.
Hello, uh, Soggy is over. Hello, friend. Could you help Soggy? There is hole between us.
Elwyn calls out a secret word in Elven that allows each other to identify each other, um, and you know, sensing your Elven nature, he calls out to you with this word that any elf or half elf would know.
I will return the gesture and speak it back. The phrase or whatever.
As soon as you do, Elwyn immediately calls out asking if there's anything you can do to help them across. There's a 20-foot, 10-foot wide spiked pit right where this dead lizard folk is.
Is there anything I can do? Let me see. I've got some rope. Maybe that's about it. As I holler back across.
Elwyn Elwyn says, "Toss or no, he shoots an arrow over at your feet and asks you to tie the rope to the arrow and then toss it back over."
Okay, I'll drop my pack onto the floor, get the rope off the side or whatever, and tie it and chunk it back.
Because it's easier to toss a rope with something weighted on it, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
So as you do that, he shoots the arrow once more across after securing it to a stalactite back here and asks you if you're either strong enough to hold onto it or if you can tie it off to the stalactite over here.
I would see which one seems more sturdy and run it around and then tie it to itself.
Yep. So as you do so, now Elwyn and Soggy, you guys are going to have to make dexterity checks. Not dexterity saves, dexterity checks in order to try to cross the rope.
20.
The dexterous kobold nimbly steps across the rope.
Yeah, he just in a hurry, sort of just like panically.
Elwyn, being an elf, manages to cross the rope as well, and Silas can use his snake-like body to just crawl across the rope no problem. So now you guys are across.
Whew.
What's
Soggy, glad we are on the other side of that pit.
what's chasing you, friend? Is what I asked the group.
Soggy sort of just turns to the odd elf, and what exactly does Soggy see? Could you describe yourself?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think I'm like 6'5", long brown hair, half elf, half human, half elf with the pointy ears, and a green staff in the left hand is usually what I do. I guess you'd be able to assume and tell that I'm a wizard.
Oh, you look
I've got a
like
big spell book, on my side attached to like my belt or something.
you look like oh, you look like Wizard Man. You
Indeed,
know,
indeed.
what are you doing here?
As you continue to talk, suddenly 5 of the kobolds show up.
Where exactly?
They're just popping out of the water.
Uh-oh, here I come!
And then, since you're new, if you just click on your token, there will be a button that pops up that says initiative. You just click that, and then that'll
Gotcha.
automatically add you. Yeah.
Cool.
And like I said, eventually you'll have macros for all of your stuff. Ooh, look at Elwyn reclaiming that initiative. And it's the nat 20, so he actually gets a bonus action. Oh, that's a little house rule we use. If you get a nat 1, you don't get an action on the first turn. And if you get a nat 20, you get a bonus action.
Cool.
It's only fair.
And so he is going to step over to one of these columns that he can get cover behind and knock an arrow and ready it for any kobold that comes into his line of sight. This kobold gets up to the pit and sees that I'm going to assume you guys like undid the rope and no longer have it as a crossing path.
I
Yeah.
would just take it down instead of cutting it or something.
Yeah, that's
Take
what I
it
meant.
down.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
he gets up to the pit and realizes that he can't uh, jump it because he's a stupid kobold. Sorry, Soggy. And he begins yipping out at the other kobolds. Get the shaman! Get the shaman!
The shaman.
You could mean the one with the big shiny thing. That is what I saw.
Big shiny thing. Huh.
In
Oh,
his
wait, I'm sorry. I
chest.
forgot Elwyn's ready to action. Damn it. This is why I don't like playing PCs. I always forget about doing their stuff. Before that kobold can yell out to get the shaman, Elwyn drops him dead. But the second one does the same thing. Go ahead, Eldrin.
So Eldrin would most likely take a few steps back, right away from the pit. So he would move maybe around this little corner here. Still keep eyes on this guy. And is that within 120 feet?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. I would well, I can't really see him, right? Because of the wall.
Yeah,
So
you at best would have you know, cover like, you know, so it's your
back
choice.
here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That would be able to see him, right?
Yes.
So I would shoot at this kobold back here with the firebolt. It's a cantrip.
Yep, go ahead and just click the D20 dice by it that says cast spell for now. A critical hit.
Wow.
You nail the kobold right in the face with your firebolt, blinding him in one eye.
Cool.
And then are you done?
Yeah, that's it for this turn.
Soggy sort of breathes in a sigh and glares at the group of kobolds. You are nothing but stupid heads. Now get. Now here is something you might not know. As he summons a cloud of daggers. Right here. So, but so
Yep.
what happens?
So all of them are cut down by not invisible, but glowing daggers.
By icy daggers.
Correct.
And
So that's
Soggy's going to hide behind one of the pillars.
that's that for now. Apparently one of the kobolds ran off to go get the shaman though. So now you guys are alone once again for now.
I would, if there's some kind of formal greeting that, I would do maybe a handshake or something specific. I would
Yes,
reach out to
you
Elwyn and
you and Elwyn do the secret elven handshake and embrace each other as brothers.
the name's Eldrin Highfoot. I'm a wizard.
I am Elwyn Rayhorn, formerly of Sheath Kaloran, as one of the scouts for the army. This is my companion Soggy. He is a bit odd, but I believe you will find his power formidable in combat.
Hello! He sort of gives a cheery, sort of weary smile as he sort of just chuckles a bit. This is weird stuff. Yeah.
Indeed, it is. I would give a wave and say hello. And then I'd inquire about what's going on.
I have found I've found something called black, what looks like a black dragon. It is ancient thing, very dangerous.
It appears this one has gotten us into trouble once again. It must be Tuesday already.
I've been tracking a black dragon over the last couple months. I believe this is where our paths may cross.
Indeed, it is, but warning, it is very dangerous. Methinks it is more dangerous than any other dragon, than the dragon we were trying to.
Yeah, I think I am up for the task. If you'd be willing to take it on with me. What did
Well,
is he
how do
around
you
this
believe?
corner, or did you see him over there, or what?
Yes, I have seen him, but Sogi saw strange thing. Remember when Sogi said, he saw kobold with shiny thing in chest? Well, shiny thing went zap zap alongside the young dragon, like it was made from it.
Hmm.
Does you know what is it?
No clue. I best find out.
If you roll an Arcana check, you might know something about it.
I will do that.
Indeed, you have heard of what they call a focusing stone, something that a powerful magical creature, such as a dragon, can use to attune themselves to and then give it to any other creature to grant them a portion of their power.
So the you said it was a kobold, right, Soggy? That was zapping. That was zapping the dragon.
Yes, it was. It was with. It was like it was part of the dragon.
Hmm. I believe that it's a some kind of stone that allows the dragon to share power with the holder of it.
Hmm. S- Guess. Guess this is considered bad to the lizards. It is because we came here because we heard it is the traitor's cave.
Well, remember, the lizard folks worship Falazure, the death dragon, and these guys are worshiping this black dragon.
Oh, so methinks this dragon is trying to overthrow the old, which is bad. It could get worse if this is allowed to live.
Yes, I believe so. So what's the plan, Soggy and Elwin? Or if we've exchanged names
Elwin's
so
not
far.
quite sure, what the plan should be, so you guys should kind of work it out.
Sogi thinks we should destroy Crystal first. If Shaman does, if Crystal is gone, then Shaman is sitting down. It is
Okay, if we take out the shaman and the stone, We have
Yes.
to take out the dragon then as well, correct? Dragons are evil, right? Black dragons.
Typically,
Yes.
Okay.
they're definitely um, bad for most life around them in that they feast off of death and decaying things, and so they tend to turn swamps into fetid pits filled with corpses, and they lure in, other scavengers and predators and everything just to eat and kill them. And then, generally speaking, they don't have any respect for any kind of lesser life forms and will kill at will, any humanoid. And so they are considered evil. Although, in my world, everything has its own motivations. Like, there could be a black dragon that is good, and just because they are considered evil doesn't mean that there's no black dragons that are just trying to live life.
Gotcha. Well, the good thing is
I
that I can speak
imagine we're
Draconic,
going
so
to take
Well,
a short
hold on
rest.
hold on a sec, Soggy. You're good point, but let's finish what Eldrin had to say so that I can make sure that I answer his question or anything, and then you can go ahead because that's a good suggestion.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Don't be
you're
sorry.
good. I would mention to the party that I um, have dabbled and understand and can speak the language of Draconic. That's dragon language, right?
Yes, and then so Soggy, you would probably have something to say.
Yes, I am very well versed in dragon talk.
Very good. Maybe, maybe we could convince the dragon to let us to use the stone for us instead of the kobolds, and then we stab him in the back. I don't know. We'll see.
So,
That
but
does not
how can
sound like
we
the most honorable course of action, my friend.
be sneaky? But it is sneaky in the good way.
Well, where did you see the dragon? Did you is it down here in the way you came from?
No, it
Is that
was
what you're running
through
from?
pit. It was through hole. It was through hole. So it is in other room.
Well, I don't want to take this thing head on, but it seems that the other kobolds have followed you through the hole.
Yes, but Soggy doesn't think he can fit through hole.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Hmm. I say we go back over there, dude. um, let's let's go poke our head back in and see what they're up.
Well, first let us rest. Oh, Soggy is a bit tired. So let's take a short rest.
That would be an hour.
I think they'd send people here this way more than the because we just knocked out what 5 or 6 kobolds.
Yeah.
I would wonder where those guys are at, and they would probably send more.
Plus one of
Check
them
us out.
escaped to go tell them.
Yeah. One escape to tell them that we just slaughtered all their brethren. Let me see. I would say I think the fight's coming. We'd have to. We got to find a way to put it into our favor to have the advantage.
That is why Soggy thinks we should rest. Soggy is a bit tired.
So do you guys take the short rest then or not?
We should. Can we?
You know me, I'm not telling you what you can and can't do. If you want to take a short rest, then you do.
Yeah, I would like to take a short rest.
Okay.
Okay.
20 minutes into your short rest, kobolds show up.
So there's kobolds there now too.
Yeah, they went the other way around.
Okay.
Yes, Soggy remembers. There was cavern with lots of logs. Maybe Soggy, maybe we can go through there. Lot better than going through deadly peat.
Well, now we've got to deal with these guys. So let's do it. It's your turn, Soggy. What are we gonna do, bud?
Soggy sees summon, and Soggy will shoot summon.
He's underwater.
Oh, sorry.
That's water back there.
Yeah, that's all swamp water that they swam through. The kobolds are all jumping up on the shore so you can see them just before they do that, but the kobold shaman is still underwater.
Well, Soggy's going to summon a grasp of the deep. Here is slimy friend for you to fight.
You should be able to move it wherever you want it.
Here is slimy friend for you to fight. As he sort of summons a giant tentacle from the depths to strike at this one. Does it hit?
It does indeed, for 2 lightning damage.
I can imagine it. It's like brushing a jellyfish.
It is a lot like that, yes.
Hmm. I would move over here first between the wall and these. And I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. It's a level 1 spell. And just click cast spell, right?
Correct.
I think it did that wrong. There should be up to three different creatures within the within the area, and they all get a D4 each, +1.
Yep. So we'll just go with these three, and so 5, 5, and 2. The
Cool.
first two of them, the missile strikes them dead in the chest, and they fall back into the water, floating. The second one, or the third one, takes a little bit of damage, but still appears to be ready to fight.
Cool.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
This kobold climbs up onto the shore and, peeking out from around the side of the pillar, launches a stone at Elwyn. Striking him for 3 damage. Elwyn returns the favor. Actually, he is going to charge in and slice him with his scimitar, because that's what he said he wants to start doing more.
Is that what he really said?
Yeah, he's trying to be a blade singer now, so he wants to use his sword more so that it makes sense when he levels up to change classes. He slices that kobold in half, striking him down. The kobold shaman surfaces and comes ashore.
I imagine he's pretty shocked to see a giant tentacle in front of.
Oh yeah, he doesn't love it. But he uses his acid splash ability on Elwyn. To difficulty class 8 dexterity save? Come on, this is Elwyn. Oh, snap. So he does take all 8 acid damage as his cloak begins to burn away. He throws it quickly to the ground. He is damaged, but still in the fight.
You win! Do not worry, we will help you.
The nasty kobold runs up to Elwyn and bites him as he's dealing with his burning cloak. That kobold launches a bolt from his sling at Eldrin. It appears it will strike him for 5 bludgeoning damage. So all you do is click on your token, click on the red circle, type -5, enter, and then your hit points are updated.
Cool.
Sluggy sort of angrily glares at the shaman for its nasty trick. Say, question, DM. Do you
Yeah.
think I can grab the crystal with the help of my spectral tentacle?
No, the tentacle isn't solid enough to grab anything, but you can use it to strike him.
Yeah, I would like to use it to strike at the shaman kobold.
Go ahead.
Will it be at advantage?
Yes.
Description?
And the tentacle lashes out at the kobold shaman, dealing 4 lightning damage as sparks run up and down his cloak.
Ah! That is for hurting Elwyn!
All right. I would probably cast Firebolt again at this guy.
Okay. Striking him dead in the chest. His clothes begin to stink and smoke from being wet and now burning as his body is consumed by the fire.
Nice. And then I would probably move to the flank of Elwyn behind the rocks. Let's say like on this side of him.
Yeah, just to protect him from getting flanked. That's good. This kobold protects the shaman. Elwyn is going to try and strike the kobold. Just hitting him for enough damage to take him out of this world.
He basically just cuts into him, and he sort of and the kobold just sags dead onto the ground.
Yeah. And then he's going to move into position so that these kobolds can't just get away without him getting an attack of opportunity. The kobold shaman steps from beside his companion and launches an acid arrow at Eldrin.
Rude.
Ooh, 12 acid damage as his shimmering green arrow flies into you.
Soggy really is not liking that shaman, and decides that he really needs to be dead right now, and fires and strikes him with a mind sliver. He just thinks of of his image, the image of like the bunyip from through his visions, and sort of sends it into the mind of the kobold shaman. And this is at advantage, right?
Yes.
So I should cast it twice.
No.
So what?
No. Anything with a save you don't cast twice.
Okay. So, going to make the save.
Yes, give me a second. The Kobold Shaman makes his save and takes no damage. That's right, he has advantage on saves thanks to his stone.
Ildrin, we need to take that stone.
I'm on it, buddy. So I'll step out kind of from behind the rocks, and I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray, unless Elwyn is in the way.
He is a little, but he's not technically in melee, so all you have to do is step right here, and you're clear.
Yeah, I'll move around the rock and cast Scorching Ray.
I
It'll
think that
be
hits. Let me check his. Oh, yep, that hits.
it'll be 2d6 per ray, and there's 3 going at him.
Okay, so just roll. If you go to the top of the chat bar, there's the gear that is for your settings. The one right next to it is collection. You click on that, and the first thing you'll see is macros. You'll see a whole bunch of macros on the side, but the ones that you need right now are end turn. So click on in bar for end turn, and then variable damage. And you click on in bar for variable damage, and then at the bottom it says show macro quick bar. You click on that, and there will be some macros that pop up at the bottom. End turn allows you to end your turn, obviously. And then variable damage allows you to type in any number of any type of dice and then select the type of damage. So just type in 4d6 and select fire damage. It'll also have you click on the Kobold Shaman.
So I'm gonna send 2 rays. Actually, I'm gonna send 2 rays to the Kobold Shaman, and 1 ray to the other Kobold. If that's
That is okay. So the ray for the other kobold will be the one single one and just do the 4d6 like that for the shaman. So the first kobold
okay.
will take the 6 damage and he will burn to death where he stands. And the shaman takes 16 damage and is badly wounded.
I should use the 3rd. It's fine.
Oh, you do have to roll 1d20 real quick just to see if you hit the other kobold, but you should. Yeah, no problem. And then you just click on end turn whenever your turn is over.
I'm gonna kind of step back behind the rocks.
Smart. That kobold did. Elwyn steps up and slices at the kobold shaman. Just hitting him for 9 damage and taking him out. As he does so, he slices into the gem and it explodes in a shower of green black energy.
No. But good job.
Yeah, not that kind of explosion where it like hurts everybody.
Sort of like the dramatic villain death.
Yes.
We have done it! We have slain the shaman! And he sort of gives his tentacle a high five before
Oh,
it
I'm sorry.
disappears.
Yeah, it was just disappearing as you high five it and then it fades away.
Is I would ask Soggy, is that the same shaman you were speaking of before?
Yes. Now he is dead. He is very dead.
Oh. Have there been? So this is a whole cave system in here, right?
Oh yeah,
All
this
this
is
stuff.
this is several maps big.
Okay. Um,
This is map 2 of 4.
could we like tuck like on? I would suggest like maybe a short rest for everybody to kind of get back on their feet, and we keep the pit on one side of us, and then like this opening on the other. So like we would like rest here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And then now, since the next encounter is basically the Black Dragon encounter, if you guys choose to pursue it, I am going to suggest that we take an in real life short rest and check back in about half an hour to see if Elwyn has arrived and if Soggy or you know someone wants to just kind of you know hang around to let him know that if he pops on, be like, hey, we've been waiting for you. Let me just ping the DM quick.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. So
Understood.
I think
I'll go
I
use
think
the restroom.
yeah, I think a half-hour break is good, and if he gets here sooner than that, great. And if he doesn't get here after half an hour, we'll decide what we want to do.
Okay, sounds good.
Understood.
I'm
I
gonna
really